Mark, welcome in. Tell folks who don't know where you are and what is on your mind for Ashley and for Matt. Thank you, sir.
Good evening. Thanks for bringing me in, Mark. So I was so incredibly impressed with Mondami today with Martha. She tried a couple of times end around to get him. He wouldn't take any of the bait. He did. He was very articulate. I loved when he spoke right to the camera, not just to the president, but to the NYPD, and then throwing a little shade at Andrew Cuomo. He's gonna mop the floor with Cuomo tomorrow. He's gonna clean his clock. What that was him walking in and saying, "Am I as good and am I as ready as I believe I am? Let's find out." So he goes on with Martha, who's no slouch. She throws tough questions at everybody. She really knows what she's doing. So I look at this moment with Zoran, like so. And no offense, Ashley, I think you're great. I love seeing you on all the shows. You're very, but the DNC and the super delegates and all the billionaires, Bernie in 16, they fucked him in 20, and now Zoran, Graham Plattner. You guys are trying to bring Mills in, who's 76 years old. Her clock is going to get cleaned.
Schumer. So Mark, you're saying it's a time of populism and progressive.
They've been trying to hold it back for 10 effing years.
All right, hold on. I want Ashley to comment on what you said. Thank you, Mark. Ashley, thoughts on Mark's thesis that the dam has burst?
I don't disagree with it. I think the Democratic Party hasn't realized that, and I don't want to take any credit for them, Mark. So don't hold me accountable for the entirety of the party. I just worked for a few members, that I respected. But I think you're absolutely right. And I think that is the problem that the party is facing right now, which is why you have our two leaders that have not endorsed Mandani yet. And it's because we're going through this identity crisis right now. We don't know who we are, what we stand for. We haven't even taken an assessment of the last election, why we lost, the impact of that, how that affects where we're going, what's the vision moving forward. I mean, we're a complete and total mess. So I don't disagree with you at all on any of those points.
Ashley, well, if Schumer or Jeffrey said to you, should we endorse? What would you say?
I would say
it's kind of crazy they haven't, right?
Crazy. I think it's beyond crazy that they haven't. I don't know that it even matters anymore. I mean, again, I think they've done the damage to themselves, not to him. They've done the damage to themselves. So I don't know that it matters a whole lot. But can I say one other thing that I think is so impressive about him is I was reading an article a couple days ago where is this assembly member that said, that spoke to how much time he had invested in becoming intimate with voters. He spent an enormous amount of time listening. And that's what we don't do anymore as a party. We don't have an intimacy with our voters. We make assumptions about them, where they stand, and which is why we, still don't have an answer to the transgender issue, right? Look at the debate recently, Mark, in Virginia with Spanberger. I mean, that was
horrible,
embarrassing, right? And on so many levels. So I think we're a complete total mess, but I think he's doing a lot of things right. And it's not just him being authentic, but he's listening, he's engaging, he's intimately involved with with the voters. And that's how he can speak with so much clarity, conviction about what they need and who they actually are.
Yeah. Great question, Mark. Thank you. Tonight's show sponsored by our friends at Cozy Earth. Right now, you can get 20% off on Cozy Earth. Go to cozyearth.com. Use the promo code two-way. The bamboo sheets are excellent. I recommend them to you. I wore them, or I used them all summer, and now in the falls, it's getting a little cooler. They're still extra comfortable. They're temperature regulating. They're like the thermos. They keep the hot stuff hot and the cool stuff cool. They keep you hot or cool, depending on what you need. We're also recommending, as you know, the Bubble Cuddle Blanket, which is a combination, as my friends at Cozy Earth say, of comfort and style. They couldn't be more correct about that with the intricately woven fibers. Do yourself a favor, get one of those. And then, of course, you've heard me tell you before how good the pants are. Yet again today, I heard from somebody who's bought the pants and said, Mark, thank you for that recommendation. Go to cozyearth.com. Use the code two-way for 20% off the best pants, joggers, shirts, everything, including the bedding, because home isn't just where you live, it's how you feel. Let's go home with Cozy Earth. They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America. And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and two-way tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.